Okay.
All right. So, welcome to Grit, Girl Rock Stars in Trays. And today we have the amazing Evelyn Pacheco with us. Thank you so much for being here, Evelyn.
Thank
Evelyn
you.
Pacheco made history as Nevada's first Black female to become a licensed plumber. And she is a Army veteran, a mother, and a grandmother. While working at Fitzgerald Casino in the engineering department, a coworker told her about a union training program with the plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC UA local union 525. She applied, and after 5 years of working as an apprentice while taking care of her family, Evelyn finally made history as Nevada's first licensed Black female plumber, letting women know that it doesn't matter how hard your life is or was, you can still make something of your life. She has leveraged her experience to help all women through her Nevada Women in Trades organization, a nonprofit organization formed specifically to increase the number of women in trades. It is a signature program called Pipelines. It's 190-hour pre apprenticeship training delivered in small group classes, 20 hours a week over a 6 week period and 4 Saturdays. Pipeline students will receive their certification of completion in OSHA and CPR first aid, forklift awareness, participate in trade facility visits, and attend presentations by trade representatives. Nevada Women in Trades is increasing the number of women in the Nevada workforce, specifically in highly skilled blue collar trade occupations. Here we are with Evelyn Pacheco. Evelyn, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'm honored, Allison, to be on here and for you to let me spread the word about Nevada women in trades.
Yes, yes. And it's kind of crazy. So 2020 was definitely a crazy year, but without going digital, you and I would have not had the opportunity to meet. And I think that is just part of the coolest thing because we've become friends, we talk to each other on the phone, and we've been mentors for each other. So out
Correct.
of all the bad, there is definitely some silver linings that have come out of the pandemic, I would say, right?
And I always have to look at it that way. The silver lining always has to be in the bad, ladies.
Yeah.
Always.
Yes, yes. So I think I kind of went over who you are and what you do in the trades industry, but what got you started in the trades and specifically the plumbing trades?
I don't think there's anything that got me started. As you said, there was a lady that worked at Fitzgerald, which is now Mr. D's, that came to me and let me know that her husband was a pipe fitter. I didn't know what a pipe fitter was. I didn't know actually what a trade is. I didn't know what construction. I had no idea. And the whole reason why I did it was my family, to feed my family, to put clothes on my kids' back, and to get a place to live and pay my rent. That was the whole reason why I did it. There was no specific. I didn't even know all the things that happen when you get into the plumbers and pipe fitters union.
Yeah, yeah. But it's what we like to call on the job training, right?
Oh, it definitely was that.
So with that, so what has been one of the biggest challenges that you've faced being in the plumbing and pipe fitters unions?
I think the scheduling. I think the scheduling of dealing with your family and dealing with working and being a mother, being a wife and everything else. And so that to me is it still is the biggest challenge of being able to work. It's interesting, right? Because when we get a job, we still have to have our families are still there, right? We
Right.
still have to come home and take care of them. It just it's not like they go away once we start work, you know.
Right. Dinner doesn't cook itself, right?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Although we wish it would sometimes.
Yeah, right, right. Had that magical wand, right? Zap.
Yeah. So with that, I really like that you said that scheduling was probably because I think a lot of women in our positions, working in the trades and working as hard as we work, have that same challenge, like trying to find that work life harmony, if you will, because it's never a balance. It's always more of a juggling act. Like you pay attention more here one
Correct.
day and the next day you're paying more attention here. And so
Yes.
so what has been your biggest learning experience as a tradeswoman?
Wow. knowing to me is knowing that, like on the back, if you well, they can't see it, but it said she believed she could do it and she did. And that's been wow for me to realize that I am capable of doing anything that I put my mind to it. I'm capable of doing any projects. I mean, look, I worked on commercial casinos and powerhouses, and I can still look back and say, you know what, and go on the strip and be like, oh wow, Encore, Wynn, Mandalay Bay, Turnberry Towers, Venetian. you know it's something, right, to think that you can't do something, and then the empowerment happens that you do have power within yourself, and you can spread it to others.
Yeah, that's I love it. So it brought to mind a favorite quote of mine. I love quotes by Teddy Roosevelt, one of our former presidents of the United States. And one of the quotes that I love is believe you can and you're halfway there.
Ooh,
And
powerful.
that is just such a powerful thing, right? If we believe in
Yes.
ourselves just even a little bit, we can grow by leaps and bounds and we can do all these impossible things, right? It's just our self-belief and the value in ourselves. And I think that's so important to pass on to the next generation of women coming into this industry, don't you?
And that was the other part I was going to add. And to have someone tell us that, right?
Yeah.
Because we're always being told, oh, you can't do that, or you shouldn't do this. You should be, over here doing that. But to have Nevada Women in Trades empower you and have you being told that for 6 straight weeks, being told you can do this, you got this, you can overcome any obstacle. That and
Yes.
even even when I call and I'm whining and talking crazy and you're like telling me it's okay and it's all right, and just having that, those mentors, those people in your life. And not everyone has that. Not, and,
Yeah.
and I really believe we are the ones that do seek out the traits, right? Because we've always been told we couldn't do something and we can't this and we can't that. And
Yeah.
then when we get in there, we keep moving with it, right? Then we empower others, and then we become leaders and mentors, and so.
Yes. Yes. So with that, Nevada Women in Trades is an amazing, amazing resource for people, and Girder Skirts is an amazing resource for the ladies out here in Colorado. So, what other resources have you tapped into to help you advance your career and to help advance Nevada Women in Trades?
Well, I can honestly say we have 4 unions here that have really stuck with me and have stepped up. And not only do I just say, oh, we have 4 unions, I actually can say who they are. They don't care. I can say their names. And that's important, right? Because that's a big part
Yes.
of it. A lot of them people say, oh yeah, but don't no, 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 don't put it on paper. And oh no, 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 don't say that I'm doing this for you. But I can actually say that, right? So we
Yeah.
have Archie Walden, who was with 872 Labors, and we have Chris Trolson, who is with the Nevada Operating Engineers Local 12. We have Madison Burnett and Ashlyn Bell with IBEW 357 JTC. We have 525 Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union in the whole hall. Bubba Lou Salazar is he helps us with the OSHAs and the CPR and CPR. Oh yeah, we have Frederick Smith, who helps us with the CPR classes, and we have um, we have who else we have? We have a plumber that comes on there, Leo Gill, who helps us with helping the ladies with um, the plans and plumbing and tiling, and we have Mueller Striping that comes on and helps us. We have Robin Miller. She helps us show how to put the tile pieces on and stuff. So we got a few that are really stepping up and are supporting us here.
That is fantastic. And I love that there were men and women's names in that long list of people that you just said, hey, here are my supporters. I want to give them a shout out. I love
Oh,
that.
and Megan Collins, I'm sorry. Megan Collins with Solar Safety. Sorry.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, What advice would you give to another woman entering the industry, or maybe even your younger self?
I would say follow your dreams. Um, Stick to it. Focus. Um, don't let no mean no. No means yes to me. No means go around you. That's what no means,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
Maybe not you. I'm gonna go find somebody else.
yeah, and depression is a big part of us too, right? We
Yeah.
we go through those times where we don't want to talk to people. We hid in the room. We do that. Stop that, right? Stop that. Yeah, you got to go through it for a day, right? You got to go call your girlie up and say, oh, but don't stay in it. It's very important
Yes.
that you come out of that and you keep moving. I say Nevada Women in Trades is a train. This is a train that's moving fast, and either you jump on and help us or you don't. But that's okay if you don't jump on, because we're going to wave at you from afar, because we're going to keep going.
Yes. Yes. I love that. I love that. Okay, so what improvements or advancements do you see that still need to happen in the trades industry?
Marketing. Marketing. Um, we need to be marketed better. We need to be able, when we give information out there to all the state, county, city, and trades, that they put our information out there, and
Yeah.
let everyone know. Well, let all the women know, because that's what I do. Let the women know that we're here. Because it's interesting when I'm in Walmart, McDonald's, everywhere I go, I'm always stopping somebody and talking to them about Nevada Women in Trades, right?
Yep. Yep.
Especially the youth too. I stop them and I hand them my cards and stuff. But it's interesting how some don't even know what trades are. Some don't even know what construction is. And think about it. When you look at me and you look at a building so differently, right? We
Right.
know all the trades that go with it to get that building where it's at, right?
Yes.
It's not just one person going in there going doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. No, no. It's
No.
noisy. It's loud. It's a
Right.
lot of people moving back and forth. And marketing to me would really help boost Nevada Women in Trades, and all women in trades for that matter, and
Yes.
being mentors, right? Jumping in there and being mentors, and actually giving the women interviews when they know they go through a program like Women in Trades, and like yourself, know that we are doing exactly what you're asking of us, right? We're
Right.
making sure that they have their resumes, their interviewing skills, their certifications, their sexual harassment classes, and all of that, right? And even we're making sure that we take them to the trades, and they're talking to them. The other trades are talking to them,
Right.
and things like that, right? So those are the things to me that we need to partner and collaborate better with.
Yeah, collaborate. That's the perfect word. It's like collaborative marketing, right? Like we all need to support each other. Like, okay, XYZ union, uh I will support you and I will send my students to you, but I need you to tell people about me. And I think that's a really fair trade-off, right? But
Oh yes.
sadly, that doesn't always happen, which you have experienced
No,
as well, is that
exactly.
people are happy to say, oh yeah, I support you. But then when it comes time to act and actually put boots on the ground, oh, well, I don't know. And they kind of hem and haw a little bit. So I think I would agree with you that some collaboration and support is a big challenge for women in our industry for
Oh,
sure.
of course, because
Yeah.
you're out there doing that talk, right? Oh, I support women. Oh, I do this, and like you said, oh, I'm doing that. But then when it's time to walk it, right? To walk that walk, then you don't hear from them. Everybody's ghost, and you're
Right.
like, wow, what happened, right? You're okay with me mentioning, your name. You're okay with me talking about you, but when it came down to that, and donations, right? We're a no-cost program, right? We need, speaking of donations, yeah, we can send donations to www.nevadawit.org, but we work off of donations, right? We work off of sponsorships. This is, like I said, a no-cost program. I'm out here in the community, talking to these women, in youth too, right? I'm out here talking
Yes.
and doing youth because the youth is the ones that need to come behind us, and they're the ones that need to keep it going, right? The next generation, as you said a few minutes ago, is so important that we talk to them, that we
Yeah.
let them know what's going on. Not everybody's geared for college, and this young generation right here is about money, period. Duh, right? We all know that. We got grandkids and kids, right? And every time we go in the store, oh, I want that. Oh, I want this. But it's like, wait a minute, what about your chores? Oh, okay. But we still need to give them information. We need to go to these schools. We need to do podcasts. We need to bring them all in and let them know what we're doing out here and how you can make 60 to 100,000 a year. I mean, oh my gosh. And then get a pension after 20 years. Oh my goodness, right? So you have your Social Security check, which we all know we can't live on right now. And then you have a pension, which we can live on both of them, both incomes, right?
Yes.
So it's very important. And that brings me to why I do this, because I'm raising a 7 and a 9-year-old grandbabies. And I want to show them that they can do whatever they want to do. I want to show them that no does not mean no. I want to empower them. I want them to know that they can talk to anyone, no matter what status that person is, right? Whether it's the president, the VP, the state senator, the federal senator, the commissioners of this. You know what? Because we all sit on the toilet the same way, right? We all do. So that's that.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, it's obvious that you're very passionate about what you do, and I love that about you. So let's flip it a little bit. So what is one of your favorite things to do outside of work?
Vacation. I can't wait. I can't wait to this pandemic slows down a little bit so I can go somewhere, and it doesn't matter where I go. I might even come visit you.
Hey.
You know, I just want to woo-saw somewhere, right?
Yeah.
I like right now I'm watching I'm hooked on like The Walking Dead. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yeah.
I've been like watching that. I mean, just like every chance I get, right? I'm doing that. So, but family is very important to me. My friends are like you, right? Like I said, I can call you anytime and you answer the phone, and I don't know what she gonna say today, but you still answer it though, right?
That's right.
And so those are the things that are really important to me, and that's what keeps me going and keeps my strengths, and that empowers me also.
All right, awesome. So, what is your secret weapon for your own health and wellness?
um try to get at least 5 hours of sleep a night, because you already know how that works.
Yeah.
And eating good, and taking a day to myself where I don't answer the phone, I don't get on this laptop, I don't do anything, right? I just close it, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you got to
Sometimes
do
we
that.
need that. We need that digital detox, is what I call it.
Oh, yes, I like that. I gotta remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
digital
yeah,
detox. That means no electronics today. Sorry,
right.
I'm outside today.
Exactly.
All right. Last question. Who or what inspires you?
Oh man, there's a lot of you that do that for me, though, right? I mean, wow. And Dumas Martin Jr., who I went to when I started and was talking about doing this nonprofit, and he said, "You know what, Evelyn, you're gonna change women's lives in the next generation." And I was like, "You think so, Dumas?" He said, "Yes." And September 14, 2018 is when it came into fruition, right? And yeah, that's a person that I can call, and is going to give it to me right. Is not going to tell me anything but the truth. And I need that, right? And
Yeah.
Ashley Algie, my instructor that's been with me too, and Cecily Moorhead, who's been with me too from the beginning, right? These women have been there from the beginning, and you got to have that, right? You got to have someone that's going to tell you the truth, and not
Yeah.
going to just say, oh yeah, no, And you got to have a team to where you can talk to them and everybody talks together, right? It's not, yeah, this is, of course, I'm the president of the nonprofit. I have the last word, but I still bring my team in on it and talk to them about students and we have a summit happening in September, right? That you're going to be a speaker on.
Yes.
And I'm so glad. Thank you. And we have up in Pahrump, where we're going to do traditional housing, transitional housing, on that too, and so you got to have people that are really close to you and that you can trust. That's the other part, right?
Yeah.
I think I call it circles, you have that inner circle, then you have that other circle, then you have them other circles, of people, right? And sometimes you get one in the circle that don't act right and you got to push them out and it hurts. And it's like, wow, I thought that person was, but yeah, it's the ones that are close to me that.
Yeah. Well, and how inspiring for sure of Dumas to say what he said to you. I mean, that you are going to inspire future generations. I mean, what a powerful thing to say to you, to encourage. I mean,
yes,
wow.
Right. Which is now Nevada Women in Trades has turned into a movement, right? Because of what you just said, right?
Yeah.
Because of the next generation to come. It's a movement on helping these women and youth that don't have a voice. And that's exactly what I say. And Nevada Women in Trades is helping those that don't have a voice.
Yeah. Because let's elaborate on that a little bit, because you go directly to like women's prisons and help these women who have had a rough beginning or are looking for a new fresh start. You help create the pathway for that fresh start for these ladies, which I think is absolutely incredible.
So I haven't been to the prison, but this is what happens. I get phone calls from Florence. Oh my gosh. And you're right. That is so beautiful to get, I'm gonna get emotional. Oh my gosh. To get a phone call from a woman up there that's going through it, and she says to me on how I've changed her life and how I'm so grateful that you're fighting for us on the outside, because a lot of them don't have anyone fighting for them on the outside, right?
Yeah.
And I get letters that I'm getting out in a couple months. I can't wait to see you, and I can't wait to talk to you. You know what I mean? That right there, oh my gosh. That right there is the big woo-woo, and you just, so I keep all my letters and I respond personally to them, right? I don't send a copied computer letter. No, I handwrite them to let them know that I believe in them too. And I send them my information and I tell them to spread the word, and I tell them I can't wait to see them and talk to them when they get out.
That's so awesome. That's just incredible. Incredible. Well, Evelyn, I'm sure you are going to inspire many people when they see this podcast recording. And again, I'm super grateful that you have come on and are a part of it. Now, I want you to go ahead and give everyone your website information so they can go and check out your pipeline program and everything about Nevada Women in Trades.
Okay. Thank you again. This is such a pleasure. And I'm so glad you thought about Nevada Women in Trades and myself. I always say myself because it's personal too. I know, right? It's not just about, it's about women and sticking together and being allies, which we all need to work on and be better about. And that's the bottom line, right? We're all one. We're not separated, everybody. We're all one. But my website is Nevada spelled out, WIT.org. And my email is info@NevadaWIT.org. So info@Nevada spelled out, WIT.org.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Evelyn, thank you for being an amazing grit girl rock star in trades. And thank you so much for being on our podcast. And I am really, really looking forward to the summit for women in trades in September of 2021 in Las Vegas.
Hey, let's do the y'all. The summit where all women come together under one umbrella and yell, scream, and cry. Hey.
Yay. It'll be awesome. It'll be awesome. Well, again, Evelyn, thank you so much for being on the show. And we look forward to our next episode of Grit, Girl Rock Stars in Trades. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.